So. Wait, does this this means that this requires like a... Is this like a dark matter or some shit to upgrade this? I just assumed it had to have been a perovskite or a uraninite. I mean, maybe it's an adamantite, which would be great, but I always associated that with accessories. Oh, it's with an adamantite. That's very interesting. Yeah, would not have guessed that. Okay. Fine. That makes my life actually way easier. Because this is the weapon I was considering sticking with anyway. Obviously can't afford one right now, but the next time I do some farming after this sesh, I can do it. So, I called that crap before, I take it back. I forgot that it was like a valuable item. Honestly, this is kind of lame. I should just sell it. But I need to see what they dismantle to. I think I need to be more careful now with what I sell. So that's good. We have an adamantite upgrade. We have a scarletite upgrade. We have a scarletite. This is the tough one for me, having to decide between these two. Because improved guard is very valuable to me, and so is defense maintenance. So that's a tough call. This one, I do wonder if she gets a better weapon, but would it even matter at this stage? Yeah, so interestingly, if I upgrade this, and then in the future, if I ever really needed to, I upgrade it again using a trapezohedron, I get the Cain's Lance, which basically gives me, if I can max out a Cain's Lance, it gives me 753 strength, which is totally nuts. Okay. So Fang has a Pandoran Spear, which has improved debilitation for her as well. But you get it on the Palamecia, which we don't visit because we walked past all of that stuff. So that's what I was curious about. But in Erba, you find something called the Taming Pole, which has her stagger lock. And that can theoretically go up to 921 strength and magic. And the fact that it's level makes it very smart to use as well. So we have a choice. I mean, basically the downside here is that if we do upgrade this one, and we push it to the max, it gets 300 strength but only 137 magic. So if we encounter stuff that's very powerful on the magic, that needs magic, then this is a very bad weapon. So the ones that have balance are obviously nice for us in that sense. If you have an N-type ring and you use a uraninite on it, you get a Goddess's Favor. And if you basically dismantle that, you get yourself a scarletite and a ribbon. But yeah, it seems I won't be getting any more unless I dismantle the N-type ring or I defeat Adamanchelis. That's basically, I mean, I doubt I can get to mission 50. And even then I only get one more, so it's very tough. So this one, where else can I get diamond bangles? Basically, I'm trying to use my scarletites only on weapons if I can. But where do we get them from? Basically, there's other pathways to getting upgraded weapons. Like, worst case, I might have to give up on some of these. I'm thinking if I give myself a second diamond bangle, basically, I think ultimately I'm going to need at least 3 like adamant bangles. I think that's what's going to be necessary. And so these will also give me a chance to defeat Adamanchelis. I think if I can just purely like survive the damage from Adamanchelis, there would be a greater chance of being able to farm scarletites. So it seems like the most likely option to me, honestly. So for now, I think I'm going to try. Because I flat out need the HP. And I think even to get to mission 38, which gives you another diamond bangle, I might just simply not be strong enough anyway. And so it's the same kind of problem. So I'm like HP bound here, I think, as opposed to attack. Because I can always kind of grind out a win even if I'm underpowered. But if I simply can't survive, then it's just not worth it. And so I think that's how I'll try to do it. So this is definitely a fork in the road here. I might need to change this up. If I can't obtain any more Scarletites, then it would have been for nothing. So we'll see. Diamond bangles. And then what I need, basically I need 2 adamantites anyway. And so again, I'm going to need to take some time to farm for some gil. But I think already, is it worth getting an ultra compact reactor or not? I think what I'll do is I'll buy 2 of those, 3 of those, and a bunch of those, and see how we do. At least I would have 2 very high powered bangles, which would definitely help a lot. So I have to imagine I'm going to need all of them. Yeah. Need even more than that. Yeah, I'm very close, but I don't want to use an ultra compact reactor for that. I'm going to sell some more of this, honestly. It's generally just too low level to really influence anything here. And I can always get more of these with my Chocobo adventures anyway. Okay. But yeah, the 2 adamantites are going to take a little while to get, and well, to get a meaningful upgrade, you're going to need some ultra compact reactors too. So we need like a good, I'd say 600,000-700,000 gil from the next farming session to really make it possible. So we'll see. If it's going to take me too long, I think I might have to bite the bullet and just hack myself the gil. But I'll see what I can do. So right, so now we're ready to upgrade this with an adamantite, yeah. And then we have 2 of these to play with, so we'll see. So I think for now, the best thing for me to do is probably wrap up this sesh here, get cracking on getting some more gil, and then when I return, I will be making some more upgrades. So yeah, we'll see how far we can go here. So we'll upgrade this one, and then push it higher. And then once we've done that, basically I think once I've upgraded the diamond bangle and I've got this upgrade, then I will start to see if I can do the missions necessary to get the 3rd diamond bangle, and then go from there. Because obviously I don't have the Scarletite need. Actually, I would try to defeat an Adamantium first, and then if I can, we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys in the next session. There's still a lot to do, but we're basically, I think, like 2 major bosses away from making the escape. But as you've already heard, one of those bosses is Bartandalus with 3.3 million HP. So it might still be impossible, or it might be a very long road. We'll just have to see how it goes. Okay, my friends, welcome back to Gran Pulse Central Expanse. At the end of the last session, we basically came up against Dahaka at the top of Tajin's Tower, found that we were severely lacking, at least I was. Maybe there was a way to defeat already with the stats and equipment I had, but for me at least it felt like a total kind of like impossibility. And so I thought to myself, let's take things to the next level. And for me, that basically means getting back on the Chocobo and doing lots and lots of digging so that I can get some items and boost up my gil, and then in turn power up my items even more. So what I did was I had 2 choices. I was like, you know what? Actually, I had 3 choices. I was like, either I completely just grind this out and just take, you know, however long it's going to take for me to get like 500,000 gil at the very least, and probably more. Or 2, I basically just hack it all in. You guys have seen how it works. What difference does it make? Or 3, I do basically a hybrid where the cheat table that I have also allows me to speed up the game. And so I could go to like double speed or triple speed and really kind of quicken up the whole digging process. Now, this has been like somewhat of a kind of learning experience and experimentation. And one thing I was kind of curious of was you can look up the percentage chances of getting particular treasures, but how does that actually play out? And so I spent some time digging, and I took basically the hybrid option. So I sped up the game using the cheat table, and I did do real digging. So this isn't just me hacking in inventory. What you're about to see is all legit. So I want to obviously sell this inventory. Let's have a look at what I got through my digging, and you can see if I had good RNG or bad RNG here. So let's begin with this. Okay, let's have a look. So first of all, let's see how many digs did I actually do here. I'm going to assume that these are all fresh. So I did 81 digs in total, plus or minus, let's say 3. So let's just say 81 as a round number here. Now in 81 digs, obviously the one that we all want is the gold nugget here. Now let's have a look at some percentages, because this is, I was sure that I was getting bad RNG, but I needed the percentages to confirm this. Apparently, the odds of getting a gold nugget is 6%, 6.32%. So for 81 digs, I should have at least about 4 or maybe 5 gold nuggets. I only had 2. So that's a bit crap. Now, gold dust, I should have, it's 9.52%. So I should have maybe about 7 or 8. So I had slightly better RNG for gold dust. For Chocobo plush Chocobo, sorry. This is the one where I had better RNG than average, 4.75%. So for every 100 digs, I should have about 5. I had 5 of them already, so I had slightly better RNG. But of course, for the one where it mattered the most, the gold nugget, I had terrible RNG. And Moogle Puppet, I had bad RNG, well, kind of on the money. It's 5%, and I got 3. So I'd say 4 was probably the average if I had like normal RNG. Now, these ones were ridiculous. So this one, I have 17. Apparently, I had a 7.5% chance of getting these. So I should have had about 6 or 7. I had 17. So I had very bad luck, and I kept getting these. This one was on the money. I actually had very good RNG with these two, I would say. So this is where the RNG kind of switched in my favor, because apparently these two together, there's a 20% chance to get either one of these. And I got 9. So I'd say like this was good RNG. But overall, I think especially because of the gold nugget, it went really badly. And so this is what I ended up with. Let's have a look at the game clock. The speed up is very dodgy. I don't think it's a kind of a 1-for-1 here. So I think it's about 2.5 hours. I think it was 33.5 hours where I left it. But with the speed up, and there was a few times where I left it in the menu, I checked a few things. I'd probably say this was about 2 hours of like real chocobo digging. I think something along those lines. And so let's see how much gil is made from this expedition. So literally going to sell all of these too. I need all the gil I can get right now. At least it's 14,000. I mean, it could be worse, I guess. Basically, I made sure that I had at least enough to buy 2 adamantites. That was kind of the starting point for this whole thing. Only going to leave 1 of each of these, basically. I got so many cobaltites as well. This was like well above expectation. Again, not the worst one in the world. 3,000 gil you can live with. Gold dust was the only one that was really kind of decent, and the plush. Okay, 553,000. So we're going to leave things here for now. And let me save again, because whenever I have a big chunk of gil, I want to make sure I got a save here. Okay. Now, let's have a look again at what we wanted to do. So, one thing was I wanted to upgrade the Axis blade, and the second thing was, I think, wait, yeah, the second thing I wanted to upgrade was this to another adamant bangle. So let's buy those 2 first. And I think from here, the reason I started this in the Central Expanse is because I want to take on an adamantielid after, I keep doing the wrong thing, once I have the next bangle and the upgrades. So, Buying 2 of these bad boys. And we still have this much left over. It's not the most, but still have 51 of these. We're probably going to need more. Alright, let's take a look. Now, downside of upgrading this one is that the ceiling is not as high as some of the other stuff, but the ATB charge could definitely like come in useful. It could end up being almost a bit of a kind of a semi-haste, like an auto-haste type thing, if I get the next level of attack charge and stuff. So that's why I want to go for it, and worst case if I regret it, by then if I can defeat Adamantialids, it's basically fine. Then I can upgrade whatever I want, so it's not a huge deal. So we'll do this. It's a shame it doesn't give you like a default like nice big boost, but that's the way it goes. Also, let's get the ×3 and throw in an ultra compact reactor. At least get some. I'm going to throw in that. So it's a boost, but it's not like huge. This guy. So 2 adamant bangles here. Very nice. These go up to 1,500 HP. So given how much it's costing me right now, for an extra 140, maybe not worth it right now. And so what I will do is, I think I will upgrade the weapon one more time, at least. So I'll buy another ultra compact reactor or 2. And honestly, I should probably buy some Phoenix Downs. Okay. Nearly there. And then we can look to see if we can defeat any Adamantialids here. That gets me a +3, ×3. Screw it. There you go. Okay, level 38. And we have a decent increase. So, what are we working with now? 415. That's definitely better. Obviously with the help of this, which I might not be able to use. I think this one, at this stage, we've got to let go of. I think if we're fighting Adamantialids, maybe it's better to just... Also, does elements include earth? It has to include earth, right? So maybe this is good against the Adamantialid. Right, so... Yeah, it's a tough one. The gap between the Platinum Bangle and the Adamant Bangle is very high now. Might be just worth seeing what I can do here. So I do want to give the Adamantialid a go. Maybe there's a chance. And well, on my way there, basically there's one that's guarding a chest. It should be a gold nugget. So at least if I can win, then at least I can get the gold nugget, which would be something. And as usual, after playing it on ×2, ×3 speed, this feels like absolute slow motion right now. Especially the bubble. At first it was kind of hard to see where the dig was because the bubble moves so fast anyway. I just couldn't tell. So the Adamantialid I want is like down the other end anyway. So we'll make our way towards it, get a couple of digs in while we're there. I'm not sure if it's time to go back to Azidahaka yet. I think we had one more Diamond Bangle anyway. And so I think that's what we were after. So there's a few more missions, like high-level missions, difficult enemies, that we'd have to get to first. So we'll see. Still plenty to do. There you go. See? That's why I think if you hang in there long enough, obviously the RNG will eventually start to correct itself. But to get that far, you need to have a high number of reps. Honestly, I might just buy another ultra compact reactor and just level up the weapon again. And it probably takes the ultra compact reactor to get the adamant bangles up to 1,500, which is also probably worth doing. But basically, if adamantium farming becomes a possibility, then maybe you can like skip all of this and just do it. But obviously, one of the main ways to farm it that I remember was to have a collector catalog so that you could increase your chances of getting a good drop. And I doubt I have the inventory, like the accessory slots to do that. So I don't think adamantium farming is going to be a thing, but I want to at least see if I can defeat one at this stage. I probably can't, but there's only one way to find out. We had a go against it very, very early, just to show like it did like 1,200 damage per stomp immediately, and so probably the same issue here anyway, but we'll see. But this has been a bit unlucky in terms of digs not popping, but once you get the gold nugget on any given run, like your 5 treasure chests, 4 or 5 that you do, if you get a gold nugget, you've had a good run, a very good run. Basically, on average, every time you pick up 5 treasures, you should get at least 1 high value item, so the Moogle puppet or above, sorry, gold dust or above. Otherwise, you've had a bad RNG run. There you go, okay. Well, speak of RNG, there you go. See, always say, you complain about things enough, they improve. So, there's a chocobo right here anyway, so I'm going to dismount. I'm going to definitely cash in what I got now. And well, remember, once I reach the ultimate, well, once I reach the star level for the second upgrade, I need a trapezohedron to upgrade this any further. So, basically, there's weapons that can get up to like, I think like 200 to 400 kind of strength or magic before the final upgrade boost, or maybe even more. And so that might be one area in which I might need to have a different weapon eventually, but we'll see. So, Snow has the least health, but he's also the synergist, so I think, sorry, not the synergist, the sentinel. So he's the one that's most likely to survive, and he has like his defense boost stuff anyway. So, we are going to try to find adamantium, which might still be very, very foolish, but we'll see what we can do. I think the trouble is stuff like Bay, honestly, that we always had problems with Bay freezing everyone out, and then you get hit with a stomp while you're frozen out, and then you just die. So I'm pretty certain we still can't win against adamantium, but it's going to still show you like the levels to this game. We'll start with this, and well, she doesn't even have a Cura, so it's probably not wise either, but we'll see. Right, how quick is Hope with... Yeah, so the adamantium gets the stomp before that even happens. And by the time he... Yeah, the stomps are so quick. They're so incredibly fast.
Try that on me.
Yeah, there's no way we can keep up with that. Not possible. Not possible at all. Just gonna try a couple more things here. That stomp just comes in so quickly, it's just so unfair. Like, before you have a chance to do anything. Yeah, so trying to see like what happens if you try to time it, but it's so hard. Now I want to use the 2 shrouds that I have. Like, even if you summon, I think it's not really going to make a difference here, because the stomps are going to kill you too quickly for it to be worth anything.
Don't worry. Thanks.
Yeah, like getting that kind of timing.
Don't worry.
787.
No.
not seeing that. So, I mean, this is looking a bit out of reach. I'm not literally going to waste an hour of the session trying to fight that guy. But that's basically, if we could consistently defeat Adamancellas, that's how we could potentially get Scarlatites, I believe. They drop Scarlatites. But for now, we're going to have to ignore that. So, let's head back to missions. The reason for that is that we need to do this one. Well, we need to try and do that one. So, I will meet you guys there. Let's see what that mission actually entails. And we'll go from there. Because mission 38, I think, was the magic number. That gives me another diamond bangle. And so that will give Snow a big chunky amount of HP. And well, if we really want, again, you can just take another like 4 hours out and just try to make even more gil, keep upgrading the adamant bangle, and then that goes up to a Wurzite bangle, I think, with a dark matter or something like that, which is 840,000 a pop. So it really gets into the realm of like you got to do hardcore, like, you know, 8, 10, 15 hours of just riding a chocobo and just digging. And so if we get to that stage, then yeah, I'll definitely bite the bullet and just hack in the gil, because I don't have time for a 10-hour grind, 15-hour grind. It's already been a long challenge. In my head at first I was like, oh yes, this is the next mini challenge series, and then I kind of thought about it, and I was like, yeah, this is not a mini challenge, it won't work that way. But I also didn't expect it to potentially be like a 50-part series, so I don't want it to be like super long, so I need to kind of be efficient. I've still got lots of other stuff to do. And well, the novelty and the fun will start to wear off if I just introduce an extra 10-15 hour grind to proceedings that I could avoid. So I think that's what we'll do. So what you saw at the start of the session, or the summary at the start of the session, is probably like the last quote-unquote legit grind that I will do for this challenge run. You guys get the point. You're seeing how long it takes if you want to do something like this yourself. Unless, obviously, there's other strategies out there, which I'm almost absolutely certain that there is. If you're kind of looking up the No Crystarium guides, or you've come up with some other stuff yourself, then yeah, you can probably bypass some of the grind. But I can't imagine that like you can basically do it kind of grind free. There's got to be some grind to it. And well, I gave you guys a demo of how long it takes to get a certain amount of items. But if you can, Steam version, definitely the way to go. The cheat table isn't that extensive, but it has enough tools in there to really kind of speed things up. So either literally speeding the game up, or hacking yourself more gil, changing item number in your inventory to whatever you want. Definitely use those kinds of quality of life tools to bypass the grind, I would say. Okay, no interest in the Ochu, it's probably still too strong for me. But much as Gaiseric was a very tough boss to unlock the Chocobo area, I think this one's probably going to be a tough boss battle because it unlocks the Fault Warrens / Titan's Trials. So I have to imagine they put something beefy here. Oh, okay, this is nice. But I think this one's behind the thing, like the barrier. I think it's, yeah. Lame. Okay. What do we got? Syphax. It's in the abandoned dig. Okay. Fine. Thanks to our teleport stones, we're not going to be too far away from it. So I'll meet you guys there. I think I remember this guy, and I remember not liking him one bit. So... let's readjust again. Probably another battle where I basically need a sentinel the entire time. Alright, we'll go with this for now. I have a mind to kind of change this to this so I get some better healing. Still over 2000 HP, so it might be worth a go. Let's see what we're working with here. This guy definitely has minions, it's no... yeah. And well, these kind of milestone Seath battles are always some of the absolute worst, so not looking forward to it.
We gotta win this.
Thank you.
Ah, so we have to face the kind of small ones first. I don't think the actual big boys in the house.
We gotta win this.
Change of plan.
Alright, let's begin with a bit of this. Let's see how we're doing.
We gotta win this.
Obviously a good battle for Blitz, which needs to get right in the middle of that set. Not that one. Yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. 17,000. I think I'm doing normal damage. Thankfully, they're not like halving my physical damage. This is one battle where I might swap the Adamant Bangle back onto Snow. He's going to be taking a lot of hits.
Back off. Back off.
So I think the way this one goes is you have to defeat enough minions and then the actual enemy appears, but I forgot how it works in terms of then can I get that guy on his own or not? Or will he constantly always have just infinitely spawning minions around him? We'll see. I mean, Provoke's working very well. Fair play to him. But I think he's spending so much time trying to provoke, he's not shielding himself properly. So that's also a problem. How many of them are there? We've reset the alphabet here. Oh god.
Thank you.
Not good. Like, he needs double heals just to kind of stay anywhere near alive. Grave summons. That's not good. So he's just summoning ones that's already dead. Yeah, this is looking pretty difficult to me. Obviously, we haven't even done anything to Syphax itself.
We gotta win this.
Okay, so I'm going to try to not attack any more of them now. No. Just constantly coming back. Yeah, he's flying away as well, which is not helping. And as soon as he dies, it's game over, basically. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if Snow's not drawing the fire, there's no way. And we've got the debuffs coming in. This is rotten. There's not much we can do here.
Odin.
Ah, that's the wrong one. Oh my god. 2 million HP. How am I supposed to defeat this guy? How is this possible? I'm not seeing it. And even Odin can be afflicted with like D-Vigilance? That sucks. At least he's not using grave summons while we're around with Odin.
Charge!
Again, with this stuff, I try to leave it so there's only like one enemy alongside it to make it more manageable, but
The storm is here.
yeah. This might be a step too far for me without some serious farming.
Until
7,800 with it. It's got 2 million HP, bud. And I mean, that's so cheap. Grave Summons just brings back like 10 of them. That's really shit.
Thanks.
That's really shit. There's like De-Brave, De-Faith, De-Vigilance. There's that many enemies.
Change of
I
plan.
don't think so. I'm going to take them out one by one just to try and see if I can understand
Time for
how
another
to do this. Oh, and we're dead.
You gotta win this.
And slow as well. Is there any status you can't inflict on us? What the hell, man? No. It's out of control. So yeah, I thought I gave myself a much better chance with
We gotta win this.
my adamant bangles and stuff, but we don't have a chance. I can't even stay alive at all. No. So, the fact that it doesn't even appear until after you kill like 50 of those little dickheads, I don't see how we're supposed to... Like, I can't do the whole, like, even use my last ones here just to defeat this guy. I don't see the value here because it would just be too difficult. Now, what I will do, I want to have at least one more go here, but I don't even feel like we're anywhere near. I mean, it's got 2.7, just 2 million HP. Like, how the hell are we supposed to deal with 2 million HP? It's just nuts.